Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an Avid Indoorsmen Vintage Masters Draft. We're here with Christopher Anna at the helm.
Hi there, we'll be playing on my account today, Chris_Anna at MTGO if you need a buddy. I've been doing a few Vintage Masters drafts since it came out. I'm not a vintage player, haven't done it before, but it seemed like a fun format, and so far it has been. I've gone 2-1 in every single draft I've done, so maybe we can break that cycle today. But we'll be doing the Swiss draft, so you guys get enough content.
So yeah, I'm sure we'll catch a few of our own mistakes. If you catch them too, feel free to comment about them, let us know. We're always looking to grow as players here. But yeah, without further ado, I think we'll roll on into this draft and get going.
Let's do it. Oh, and we'll be the last people to enter. See, we've got Reign of the Pit. Oh, this is the one from Conspiracy. Everyone sacks the creature, put an XX demon on the field. I'm not into that. Lightning Rift is good. You can do just the Lightning Rift deck, and there's something to cycle.
Grabbing it early, you know what to be looking for with cycling cards at that point.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably the way to go. Elephant Guide can be good in the right deck. Expunge is good in pretty much any deck, and it has cycling. But I'd rather just stick to Lightning Rift.
Yeah, I think this enables that deck to happen by first picking it.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and dump Lightning Rift. I've noticed that people are way slower drafters in online than in person. That it's much more annoying online too. I also have noticed that the clock doesn't necessarily mean when the clock runs out you'll get a pack, so I don't know what it does mean. So if we're in red, and there are, let's see, 0 cyclers in this one. Awesome. If we stick to red, we can go Sulfuric Vortex, which seems a little suicidal for a game that kind of wants to go along with Lightning Rift.
I like Battle Screech. There's plenty of cycling in white.
Yeah, that's true. Does plane cycling or land cycling count as cycling?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Yeah, we passed a secluded step, which could easily come back to us. I kind of like Battle Screech here too.
It's just a great card. Even if we end up not seeing enough cyclers, it's one you're always kind of happy to have.
Yeah. So I think we can be firmly red-white and not be too mad about that. We can go black cyclers. What else we got? Sulfuran Crusader. Flanking and damage redirection. Doesn't seem super good. What do we have in red? Wall of Diffusion? That's bad. Goblin Matron. I don't think where we want to be. Are there any cycling goblins? No.
No.
Gustcloak Harrier is... I've played against it and it sucks to play against. Because if you block with the thing that can kill it or can profitably trade, or even just trade,
yeah, I like it, especially with Battle Screech. Battle Screech is much better with a white creature on the
Choking Tether is what it does cycle, though, and is good. I kind of like that instead.
There will be more white creatures.
Marshall plays Choking Tethers, so I know it's good. Yeah, like look at this. That's 0, and I just that made me look like a doof because it passed 2 seconds after I said that. Waterfront Bouncer. Do we want to just get it out?
Bouncers have had a tendency to really shut us down before. It's a very powerful card.
Lonely Sandbar is probably the right pick, but man, Waterfront Bouncer is the pits to play against. Although not really in this deck.
I think it could be okay. Just keep our options open. I mean, Lonely Sandbar may be seen later on.
Yeah, Lonely Sandbar is pretty much
but bouncers don't come around that often.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this. Worst case is it removes it from someone else playing it. I'm gonna put Battle Screech out for now. I like red-blue. I like it a lot in Theros block draft, and I think thinking in red-blue will make me draft better in red-blue. I see everyone else is a scrub and not using the Black Lotus except for Rotwang. Good one. There's a Cycler, and that's a solid card just to put in a deck.
Yeah, definitely.
Keen-Eye Aven is good. Actually, I might like Keen-Eye Aven more.
It's body when you need it.
Body when you need it,
Cycle when you don't.
2 damage when you don't. If we could get another Lightning Rift, I mean, that's... I don't totally want to rely on having one Lightning Rift in every game.
At this point, maybe even blue-white is an option. Splash for Lightning Rift.
Yeah. I could see that. Repel, does that cycle?
No.
No. Karn Silver Golem. Oh no, this is, okay, that's the Planeswalker that is nuts. This is merely good.
Renewed Faith does cycle. White cycling card.
Where is that?
Second.
Gain 6 life, and then you may gain 2. Gain 2. Drain and gain 2 for 1 in white. That's acceptable. How many creatures we got? Some. And if we want to stick to blue-red, we're doing Kindle, which I'm not in love with, or Aquamoeba, or Karn. Nah, I like Renewed Faith. What is C. Pete doing? I know what I'm not seeing Pete do, and it's pick cards. Circular Logic. Nah. Rites of Initiation, that's not our plan here. Nor is Goblin Patrol. Green seems open. I don't really want to do green. I don't want to get into it now, but... Man, and there's no cyclers. Circular Logic might work. I think we do kind of want to play the long game, and we're going to be putting stuff in our yard, so
Yeah,
it could
definitely.
work.
I like it.
Brainstorm. There's one. We could... Corvican Sorcerer? I don't know. Ophidian is good, actually. That might be the pick here. Brainstorm is good, too. Not much for red. I kind of like Ophidian. Just power through our deck. We're going to need a win condition at some point. Well, we have one. But we're going to need another Lightning Rift or a big creature, but I think Ophidian's the pick here. I always think Ophidian is the person here, but it's actually this guy.
Oh yeah.
This little snake. Thanikos Drifters? That's really a madness enabler. But it's not bad.
I like the Drifters just because sometimes you really need to stop a shadow.
Yeah. I think this is the pick. I don't think we have a lot of great other options.
If we are in red and we want to go more control-y, a Wall of Diffusion would be fine, but that's a little more aggressive.
Wow. Nothing for us. So what do we want to see the least? Fallen Ascari. Can't block. Or dies to Lightning Rift. Giant Mantis will bounce off of Keen-Eye Haven, so maybe that's not great for us either.
Desert Twister is just removal for any permanent, which can
let's get that out of there. Floodplain is good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Skywing Haven. I'm not as impressed with that. What does Wall of Diffusion do? I can
It's
block
a
shadow.
defender with, yeah.
That's an 05 for 2. We could use a little push into red, but Floodplain might be just better.
Yeah.
Pillaging Horde. No. Maybe. We should have cards. No, actually, we don't have like card advantage stuff right now except for Ophidian. So...
Mist Moon
Yep.
can be really great value.
We're running out of time, sorry. Here's a Cycler. Sounds good. Alfamiliar lets you loot, which is good but not great.
Got 1 second.
Brilliant Halo. Is this something we want?
Triple black is an option at this point.
Well, I was going to say want to get out of the hands of other people. Mana Drain. It's a mythic. and it's in blue. I think Turnabout cycles? No. Forgotten Cave, we can get this back.
Chain Lightning is always nice.
Always
Just,
good,
1 mana, 3 damage.
Scabland could help us get white. We did take the blue-white. We definitely need red. Scabland would be good, but I think Mana Drain might be the right choice. What do you think?
I like Mana Drain, I like Chain Lightning.
Okay, yeah, Mana Drain it is. Magister of Worth? Nope. Giant Strength? Not really. Phantom Nomad is playable. Oh, this cycles, though. We're a little light on creatures.
It's cycling, it's removal. I think those are 2 good options for us.
Yeah. So I think we're looking to play long. Are we going to be blue-white control splashing for red?
It's looking like a distinct possibility here. If we saw trenches or something, that red splash would be a lot more
exciting,
locked in, yeah.
I think Lightning Rift is a kind of an archetype that we may not get a chance to have more than one. Here's a sandbar. We already have a griffin. We could use more creatures, and we're going to be pitching stuff. We don't have any creatures that cycle. Don't think. But this is okay. Sandbar will definitely get played. Counterspell is good too. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Counterspell. I like Sandbar.
What is Brain Feed? Oh, that's a storm. That's not for us.
I think I just like the Sandbar here.
Yeah, it does what we want. Yep, I'll go for it. And we are promptly rewarded. Vanillage Trapper is dope. That might be better than Counterspell. Because we do have a Counterspell.
And we're low on creatures.
We are definitely low on creatures. Not that a 1-2 for 2 is like really pushing us into a great creature zone, but it's solid. Another Radiant Judgment, Soltari Trooper. That's good. How many cyclers do we have? 2, 3, 4. Let's put those in their own zone here. Oh, and Radiance Judgment does too. So there's 5. So do we want another Radiance Judgment? I think I'd rather take the Trooper.
Right. Yeah. I agree with that. And then I think we can bring Battle Screech in from the board at that point.
Yeah, I think so. Red is just getting wrecked. Deep Analysis is probably the pick, although Palancron is the rare is still in here. Untap up to 7 lands, and you can bounce it back to your hand. I don't know. That's
flying 4/5.
Flying 4/5 for 7. Is that better than Deep Analysis?
7's a little prohibitive.
Yeah. What are we gonna wheel anything from this pack? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we could see.
Might see the Judgment back.
Yeah. I think Deep Analysis is the pick, but if we see Judgment or Palancron or Aven, I'll be happy. Noble Templar. That's solid.
I think that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. 6 toughness is tough to beat. Hence the name. Toughness.
I like it.
That's why they call it that. So we're still pretty light on creatures. And I think that's okay. I'm trying to think, do we have stuff to deal with their creatures, which they will inevitably have? We can counter 1. We can keep 1 tapped, as, or that's Vanillage Trapper that does that. We can put up a wall. I'd really like to see some Taurox Faithful. Is that the name? It gains you 4 life. It's like a 2/4.
Terrace.
Terrace Faithful. I think that would be good. Doesn't cycle, but we might be getting pushed out of the Lightning Rift game. Another Floodplain. Renewed Faith. I don't want another one of those, I don't think.
Yeah.
Has Flood Null Rod? Yeah. That's a hard pick over Floodplain, which is on color.
Yeah, I think I think Floodplain we would run Null Rod as a sideboard card. I think we just take the Floodplain.
So 6 cyclers now. What are we looking for? I think we kind of need a bomb. Thanatos Drifters, or Thalicos Drifters, can start to end the game pretty quick. We did see a Cloud Djinn.
Yeah.
That could do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to go ahead and bring Battle Screech back over?
Oh,
so we
yeah.
can see it in the... Yeah.
Gilded Light Cycles. You gain Shroud.
Yeah.
This is good against Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Skywing Aven is okay. Might rather have this, actually. We're at 8 creatures and 10 spells. Or 10 non-creature spells.
Yeah, more bodies on the field.
Or
is always-
Scabland
very
will
true.
get us our
Help
Lightning
us.
Rift easier.
Yeah, help us splash our one red card.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, it enters tapped. Well, that's okay. I was like, isn't that just Battlefield Forge? And not quite.
Afterlife is okay removal.
It's an instant. Yeah, we could use it on our own thing to get a creature if it really comes to that. We are short on creatures. That is to be certain. I think at this point, Miss Moon Griffin is our boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go. That'll do it.
Yeah, Cloud Djinn it is.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable pick. Krovikan Sorcerer. We're not going to have any black cards.
Yeah, could it help us dig for removal?
Yeah, I like this. Over Afterlife, over a second Afterlife.
Yeah.
And sure, that's a classic sideboard. But it helped against the Goblin Trenches deck. Oh, dope.
Nice.
Last pick, foil Gust Cloak Harrier, sure. Yeah, so I think we are playing the slow, control-y game, and I am okay with that. As long as Lightning Rift comes out in the first, I don't know, 5 turns.
And that gives us the option if we see nice, easily playable red cards.
Chimeric Idol is okay. What is this guy? Flying Haste, 6/5 for 6. Not going to be able to play triple red. Another Harrier. Spark Spray cycles and is decent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels wrong taking it over Chain Lightning, though.
I would agree with that. We might see Spark Spray come back around. Although it looks like red is being pretty cut.
Pretty cut. But I would expect Chain Lightning to be more good. There's another Scavland, and should have taken the other one. I don't think Goon is in our plan. Oh, Mana War.
Yeah, I like Man of War a lot.
I think
Great
Mana War's
tempo
the play. Great tempo play. There's another Red Fixer.
There's a Terra's Faithful over here.
Oh, that might be the right one. There's a foil Chimeric Idol, though. Things block better when they're foil.
Yeah, that's
I
very
understand.
true.
And another Sandbar. Killer Whale is kind of a path towards ending the game. This is a good pack for us.
Yeah, a lot of things we'd like to see come back around here.
Yeah, and some of them will. But I think Tira's Faithful is exactly... Well, it doesn't cycle, but it is almost exactly the card we want. Maybe more so than Caldera Lake. Maybe more so... Maybe not more so than Killer Whale.
I'm not a huge fan of Killer Whale, actually.
It's not great, but if you need creatures... Yeah, I'm going to take this. I will take Killer Whale if that's the last of those guys that comes back.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. Psychotog. No.
Don't think we're splashing red and black.
Another Choking Tethers. That's good.
Like Choking Tethers.
Sidar Jabari. No. Sandbar. No. I think Choking Tethers is the play.
Yeah, I believe so. I like it.
Boom. So we've got plenty of white creatures to enable Battle Screech. We've got red Splash. I would love to see that Caldera Lake come back. because that would help a good deal. And we've got... Do we get any more cyclers? No, we've actually been kind of light, so maybe we should... We're in pack 3 now?
You get another choking tethers there.
Ah, yes. There we go. So 7 cyclers. I could stand to get some more. Let's try to focus on that. Because we are past... Or maybe not, because we're past the point of getting another Lightning Rift. Maybe someone else... Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's take this.
Yeah, I saw the trenches in there and thought that was our pick for sure, but no, second Lightning Rift. I like
okay, I feel a lot better about this. How do you feel about Killer Whale here? Better or worse than Drifters?
For me, Killer Whale is kind of like a cloud gen that you have to keep giving flying. I honestly like Drifters better because if they don't have anything with Shadow, it's a clock.
That's true.
But I could see going either way.
Killer Whale, the concept of a flying Killer Whale is absolutely horrifying to me on a kind of a primal level, on a human level. But you're right. I think Thalicos Drifters is a more reliable way to end the game. Another bouncer. Okay, so this is... I'm not as worried about this deck anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And in a deck that's so split on creatures, I'm not too worried about it in general. Counterspell might be the right pick.
Yeah, Crows and Tuskers is great in cycling heavy decks, but I don't think we're green at this point.
No, I did take that provoke, so maybe we could kind of switch it up here in the last 5 picks. Yeah, Counterspell is it.
I might have gone for the Bodyguard. I think I've just seen Bodyguard do so much work in so many games.
You mean the Bouncer?
The Bouncer. I like Breath of Life a lot because we're going to be... Well, maybe less so since we're not cycling creatures. When you're cycling creatures, it can be really fun to cycle something big, like Noble Templar, then turn 4 Breath of Life attack.
That sounds good.
But we've only got the one cycling creature. Maybe if we see a couple more, it would be a really strong play. But I don't think it's really fighting with anything else in this pack.
I agree.
So.
And we can pitch plenty of stuff to Thalicos Drifters.
That's very true.
Gus Cloacario, that's solid. Skywing Aven. I think Kenai is better here. Because it cycles.
I like Kenai, yeah.
2/3 for 4 flying cycle. But that's
now
the
that
game
we're
we're
looking
playing.
at 2 Lightning Rift.
Another Scabland?
Yeah, I think over a Sorcerer and a Brilliant Halo, I think it's a fine pick since we are going to be splashing red for important cards.
Oh, dip though. Think about it. Pitch Brilliant Halo to Thalicos Drifters comes right back. That's a pretty good combo, but I think Scabland is probably the right pick.
I think Brilliant Halo only comes back if it's pitched from the battlefield.
I would check, but I didn't want to accidentally take that.
Understandable.
So do we take Caldera Lake? We have a lot of pain lands.
It's very true.
To enable a small red spell. We've got 2 red-white. I mean, red-blue is okay. It does enter the battlefield tapped. Not in love with that. Killer Whale.
Yeah.
And it's not great. Is it better than another pain land? Because we don't have a lot of life gain. Well, that's not true at all. We have plenty of life gain.
Well, there goes the pick. So.
And Thalicos Drifters it is. Temporal Fissure. Not excited about it, but it's better than anything else.
I don't think we want to cut either of those 2.
I would love it if our opponent would play Carnophage. So I'll take Tribute and Tribute. Okay.
All right. So yeah, we've got plenty of cuts to make here.
Yeah, but I think we really had a plan when we were going in, and I think it worked out. So we've got lots of playable lands, which is awesome. What do we want to cut? Brilliant Halo. You're right, it is put into a graveyard from the battlefield.
Right.
Okay. Did I accidentally take that, or did we take one earlier?
I think we've been sitting on that one for a while.
Okay. Waterfront Bouncers, generally good.
I like it. It does a lot of work just by itself.
Counterspell and Mana Drain. Mana Drain's just a better counterspell, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. So we'll keep that. We gotta have Lightning Rift. Chain Lightning is solid. We could maybe cut this. I don't know.
We could always board it in if we find that our other removal just isn't cutting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put these in the board for now, just so I can count up how many actual spells we have here. Circular Logic should work. Krovikan Sorcerer, I don't know, not thrilled about it. 1/1 for 3.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best play here.
We don't have madness on anything. Triple Thalicos Drifters could be good.
Our 4 spot is looking pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy. Miss Moon Griffin might be able to go. Terra's Faithful, I think we kind of need.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Screech. Battle Screech isn't really our game, but it's still good.
Yeah, a turn 4 Battle Screech flashed back can really just put the game away sometimes.
Yeah, so I'll leave that in.
I like Choking Tethers for cycle. I think Deep Analysis is a great just card draw engine.
Yeah, for sure. Kenai even... No, it cycles. Otherwise, I think that could go. Maybe we can cut 1 Drifter.
Yeah, I think 3 Drifters is heavy.
Yeah, Temporal Fissure can go. I don't think that is not the game we're playing. We don't have any Storm enablers, and 5 manas. Too much for an effect like that. Even though it does hit any permanent.
Still 7 cuts need to be made.
Yikes.
I'm okay taking out another Drifters, bringing them in if Shadow becomes a real problem for us.
Okay. Mana War is solid. Ophidian could be good. I don't think it's going to be bad. This is a good deck. This is hard to cut.
I like it.
Chain Lightning is important. I don't think we can afford to cut that. Cloud Djinn is our win. Our Djinn condition.
I like it.
Gustcloak Harrier seems okay, but like ultimately it's probably just gonna like not do anything.
Yeah, and double white at turn 3 could be a little prohibitive for us.
That's a good point. I think that is a very good point. Double white turn 4, I mean if you're doing it for Battle Screech, is probably the way to go, and then Drifters has that also. Could probably cut Killer Whale. I don't know. I kind of think it's a solid card to have.
Yeah, it would leave our 5 spot just at 0.
Yeah.
Which might be okay. I'm not super familiar with VMA as a set, so I don't know how important curving out is really going to be.
It's not important. No, it's I don't know, like compared to Theros block or Corset, how important it is, but yeah, we are super heavy in the 4 zone.
And the lighter we go on white creatures, the worse Battle Screech kind of gets.
That's true. And a Renewed Faith. Now that cycles.
It cycles, but I don't know if
It's not the
if
best
that's
cycle.
really worth it. I would be okay running 1 or 0.
Yeah, if we get...
If we need to cut a cycler, I think that's probably our weakest cycle game.
Yeah. Radiant's Judgment is important. We might even have to cut both of these. I don't know. I don't want to reduce the impact of Lightning Rift.
Mm-hmm.
Ophidian might be a sideboard if they're not putting a bunch of creatures out in the early game.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's good, but we have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it's good against X1s also, though.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. So we have what? 4 more cuts?
Yeah.
We can run 16 lands, right? No, probably not. Because we need to be able to pay for Lightning Rift.
Yeah.
As much as 2 per spell. Ugh. Bouncer.
Maybe the Faithful is a side card. Terra's Faithful.
Yeah, it doesn't cycle, it just gains life.
Some matchups, a 1/4 in life gain may not be that important.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially with a very full 4-drop slot.
Yeah, I agree. 4 is kind of overloaded here. Breath of Life might be bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it do good things in cycling decks, but that was with, a lot of Tuskers and creatures that would cycle.
Yeah. And it returns it to your hand? Oh, to the field.
To the battlefield.
Well, that's good. But
we don't really have a lot of big creatures to get, insane value off of that.
We definitely don't. Yeah, I'm going to take that out. I'm tempted to put Tears Faithful right back in, but we still have to make 2 more cuts.
So yeah, at this point, how many white creatures are we running?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So
5 if you count Battle Screech.
So Battle Screech being flashed back, getting less and less likely as we cut more and more white creatures here.
We actually don't even have that many. We cut Tyro's Faithful and Gustclow Carrier, but that's it. Like, we didn't draft a lot of white creatures. Oh, Templar is
Right.
over there too. I don't know if I really want to be ditching cards as early as turn 2, or turn 3, I guess.
Right.
Although Ophidian can help us draw more.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So yeah, it feels wrong to say this, but maybe Battle Screech in the side, just because we are so low on white creatures now.
Yeah, it doesn't cycle. One more cut. I'm going to bring these in, because we are running low on time too. What do you cut? Do we need both Counterspell and Mana Drain?
That could also be a sideboard option. Maybe take Counterspell out, bring it in. If there's something we just really can't let resolve, like if we're looking out for trenches or something, maybe bring it back in.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
So this leaves us with 14 creatures, and that seems more acceptable than
Yeah.
what we were doing earlier. And I'll add some lands. We're definitely much more blue. Do we need any mountains, do you think?
I'd say 1 or 0.
They're saying 2. I agree with 1.
Maybe go up. Maybe 4 white. Well, we've got a lot of white in our
Yeah.
cat lands.
Yeah, we don't have any double white. We do have double blue. So I think 8-3-1.
Yeah, that may be aggressively blue.
We do want to get Lightning Rift out as early as possible. But we don't. And Noble Templar even plane cycles.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
Okay, then yeah,
this is right.
I think I like that.
Yeah.
Add to deck, and we get to play with the Unhinged Islands, which is definitely the best looking land, I think, in the history of Magic. So let's submit this and be off to round 1.
Sounds good.